Hello ladies and gentlemen, as I'm back again with Critical Failure. You can see the new hair, I'm digging it, and I actually scrolled onto exactly what I needed, so it makes me happy. Been having a terrible day, so besides getting my hair dyed perfectly, well not perfectly, but decently down the middle, it's going to be different a little bit. It's going to be black here, and then it's going to be red because we were doing it later, but just wanted to show you guys, and then we'll get right into the rest of the lore. Hold on one second, let me get this message. Sorry, got a message. Anyways, we are on The Lost, which is a SorrowSworn from Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. So I want to make sure because The Lonely was the last one I did. So yeah, The Lost. Anyways, The Lost is, the lore is, the ShadowFell turns visitors around until they become marooned in its twisted landscape. The Lost are representations of anxiety and fear that people experience when they can't find their way. These SorrowSworn appear as desperate and panicked things. The Lost try to embrace any creature they can reach, attempting to find solace in the contact. Aside from their horror of being embraced by such a thing, the victims experiences a flood of fear and panic as his mind buckles under the fury of this assault. The harder the victim's allies fight for release, the worse the experience becomes. And like I said, and I believe last video, this looks like not a Xenomorph. One of the things from Dead Space, I forgot what they're called, Necromorphs. And you guys will see in the cover art, but Jesus Christ, this thing has pincers, spear thingies for arms where the wrist should be, and they're long, and they have 5 arms in the picture, and I am terrified of these things. And they're, God, these things literally look like Necromorphs. Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's get into the stats, because this thing is actually genuinely terrifying looking, other than the fucking hungry. And the angry looks kind of just retarded. The lonely just looks funny as hell. The lost looks genuinely terrifying, while the angry just looks kind of like it's supposed to be a horror movie monster that you can expect to look weird, but not necessarily evil. It looks kind of like the creature of the Black Lagoon, the creature of the lagoon, whatever it is. I haven't watched it. It's a whole fucking thing. Swamp Man, I think is its name. But I was let's get off the random spiel and get straight into the lore. I mean the stats. How about that? The Lost. It's a medium monstrosity, neutral evil, AC of 15, natural armor, hit points average of 78, which so far is now the weakest out of the ones that we have discussed. It's 12d8 plus 24, speed of 30 feet, strength of 17 plus 3, dexterity of 12 plus 1, constitution of 15 plus 2, intelligence of 6 minus 2, wisdom of 7 minus 2, and a charisma of 5 minus 3. Its skills are athletics plus 6, damage resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing while in dim light or darkness. And if it's in the ShadowFell, just might as well include that as a permanent thing. Its senses are dark vision up to 60 feet. Of course, say that's 120 if it's in the ShadowFell, because it is developed its presence there, so it's going to be able to see further through just being in its presence of that terrifying ass place. And it's a passive perception of 8. It knows Common, but of course any languages it knew in its other life. And it's a challenge rating 7, 2,900 XP. It has multi-attack, and it can make 2 armed spike attacks. Its armed spike attack is a melee weapon attack, plus 6 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 target only, average 14, 2d, 10 plus 3 piercing damage. Add some necrotic, I was going to say necrotic damage to that. I would say 2d8 necrotic damage would suffice perfectly. It has an embrace ability, so it's a melee weapon attack, plus 6 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 target only, 25 average, 4d, 10 plus 3 piercing damage, and the target is grappled. Escape DC 14. If it is a medium or smaller creature, until the grapple ends, the target is frightened and takes 27 average, 68 psychic damage at the end of each of its turns. The Lost can only embrace 1 creature at a time. Now, considering the fact that it has multiple pincers, or arm spikes, just have it to where it grabs them with 2 of them, or 3, and it can still make 2 pincer attacks, because it doesn't say it can't. So I would say do that, and it has advantage on that because the target is considered grappled. And then there's an ability called Tightening Embrace. The Lost takes damage while it has a creature grappled. The creature takes 18, sorry, 4d8 psychic damage. I almost completely misread that as 14 instead of 18. But yeah, definitely do that. I would say, because this one looks the most humanoid in terms of its face that we have discussed besides the Lonely. The Lonely looks like a weird thing, like it just looks like a mopey face. And then the Lost looks like it's obviously terrified in terms of anxiety. And it has an actually human looking face besides just the Lonely. So that one looks cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I had to really count that. That's depressing. But anyways, I would say with this one, the less creatures that's around it, the more creatures that are around it, much like the Lonely, it gets advantage. So let me read that ability. What is it called? Thrives on company. The Lonely has advantage, or this one's the Lost in this case. The Lost has advantage on attack rolls while within 30 feet of at least 2 creatures. It otherwise has disadvantage on attack rolls. I would say do that. It makes a very big difference on it because the Lost wants to embrace things much similar to the Lonely. So I would say that would embrace it and make it better. So let's just keep it at that. Of course, reminder, dark vision of 120 feet is a big deal, at least to me. I would say do something like that. And I'm surprised arm spikes don't have a bigger reach, but hey, that's all that they have on the Lost in terms of Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. And what I have said, I usually do it all at the end, but I haven't written for anything. And I'm just coming up off of everything on the fly because I've had a very bad day. And so thank you guys for watching. We really do appreciate it. I know Ed's been excited, and we are tomorrow going to hang out to do videos. I'm going to message him to make sure that he's still ready to do all that stuff. Talk to him about trying to get the miniatures. That's my bad. Some miniatures painted and made, or made and then painted for us. Probably something that can easily purchase. Not something that's exactly too out of the ordinary for us in terms of our budget, but that's something that I would like to do. So comment down below or message us at critical.failure on what you would like to do with these things. I am hoping to do that for you guys. That would be pretty cool. I've never honestly seen a small channel out of what I've seen in terms of YouTube, small channel in terms of our size doing a giveaway, but I would still like to try and do something. So that would be really nice in my opinion, because I don't want to just immediately give it to someone. I want to make it somewhat fun for us. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish the rest of the sign-offs. Please stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be on the Wretched, I believe, which Ed calls an angry chicken nugget, if I'm correct, which looks absolutely funny. And please hit the bell notification button, which alerts you guys of whenever we do a video next. And yeah, I don't have anything exactly else, so thank you guys for watching. See ya.